First of all, my sincere apologies for not being here throughout that day. I had committed to Cliff that I would be part of this in every sense of the word, but he talked about Monday blues, and indeed I was caught up in Monday blues. I was summoned to a meeting this morning that ended up running the whole day. But nonetheless, this was streaming online. At some point I managed to log in and follow the discussions, which were quite enriching and very interesting. So for starters, I just want to thank the organizing committee, Cliff and your team, for putting this together. I know, and I've been to different places where they have very strong forums, especially internet and the like, but not so much about DNS. So it's a discussion that we need to have, and I'm glad that it's starting. And I look forward to many more of these discussions and forums, even as we build our DNS ecosystem. I also extend special thanks to the Commission that allowed to host this event. Well, it took a bit of lobbying here and there, but eventually they agreed to, but also with the understanding that the Commission is out there to support any such forums that help our internet ecosystem look better, work better, and even perform better. So a special thanks to the Commission that was able to support us to put this together. So I know for the past several hours, you've not just talked about DNS. I know you have stress-tested ideas, you've debated strategies, you've mapped out possibilities, and I know we have moved from the theoretical to practical, from global to local, and I know as we prepare to leave, our task now is to distill this wealth of information into a clear vision, and more importantly, into actionable steps. I know there are probably a number of things you've discussed today, but for me, and having listened to some of the discussions, I can just speak to about 3 pillars that for me would be takeaways from this discussion. One is that security is imperative. I know we've heard in detail from the evolving threat landscape, from sophisticated DDoS attacks that can silence businesses, to phishing, to malware, to exploits in trusted domains. And I know that DNS security is not just a feature, but also a prerequisite for digital trust. I know we are also past the point of asking whether we should adopt it, and I'm sure now at the end of this day, we are firmly in the territory where we are saying, how do we accelerate its implementation? That's DNSSEC in all our .ug domains. So it is that digital signature that proves to the world that a website claims to be what it's supposed to be. Therefore, for our government portals, financial institutions, our e-commerce platforms, this is really non-negotiable. Building a secure DNS is not just about building confidence for every Ugandan, but I believe it is the very core of our internet ecosystem. The second one is the power of collaboration. Cliff spoke to us put this together. It was really collaboration. I met Cliff at an ICANN meeting in Turkey, I think, and that's where we started this. We then connected on LinkedIn. He never even had my contacts then. I'm sorry, the discussion, and here we are today. Yeah, so the power of collaboration is important for all of us within this ecosystem. So from policymakers to government to industry to academia, and of course the tech community, all of us have a role to play within this ecosystem. It's not just one entity that can do this, but all of us collectively are able to make the change that we want to see. And I know the success of our Internet Exchange Point is a great testament to what we can achieve when we work together. So I believe we can apply the same collaborative spirit even to our DNS ecosystem. The third pillar is, of course, a vision for an inclusive and resilient future. We know that Uganda is making great strides in this whole digital transformation vision and Vision 2040. But resilience means that our infrastructure should be able to withstand shocks, whether they are technical, like fiber cuts, or geographical, or geopolitical. It means that we ensure that our local DNS root server copies and robust local content delivery networks are firm so that our digital economy does not grind to a halt because of an event happening thousands of miles away. It's really about our digital sovereignty. Inclusivity, it means that the benefits of our digital foundation are accessible to all Ugandans. So this means promoting or includes promoting internationalized domain names so that our diverse linguistic heritage is reflected online. It means ensuring that domain registration is affordable for small businesses and that digital literacy programs empower citizens, not just to consume content, but to create it. So a truly resilient DNS is one that serves everyone, from a tech startup in Kampala to a farmer in Gulu that is using a mobile app to check market prices. So in terms of our takeaways, today I believe that the most critical part is not what we have discussed here today, but what happens tomorrow. How do we ensure that the energy and discussions in this room do not just stop here? So one, I want to encourage us, all of us, in our respective areas of influence, can we become DNS ambassadors? Yeah. Are you able to change mindsets of people out there? When you go back to your organizations, when you go back to your teams and your workplaces, can you play that ambassadorial role? Translate technical acronyms into a language that people who are in business risk understand, people who are in national development understand, a language that your CEOs understand, because it's critical for each and every one of us within our different areas of influence. Number two, I know you've met different people here today. Let those contacts not remain in this room. Yeah, so as you leave today, continue engaging. Whether you meet over a cup of coffee to be able to bring your ideas to pass, or whether you work on joint projects together in the near future, please do not leave the contacts in this room. Continue to collaborate and engage. Thirdly, can you champion at least one security initiatives, wherever you are? Yeah. For a developer, it could be to learn how to properly implement DNAE for your applications. For an ISP, it could be setting up a DNSSEC validation for a larger percentage of your customers. For a government agency, it could be initiating a policy review on cybersecurity best practices. You can pick one thing and make it measurable and see it through. Yeah. Finally, invest in local talent. Our foundation will crack if we don't have skilled Ugandans to maintain and build upon it. So if you're in position of leadership, ask yourself, how can I develop the next generation of network engineers or cybersecurity professionals or DNSSEC professionals? This could be through creating internship programs, sponsoring university research, supporting a local community-led training initiative. I know Daniel has offered to mentor people here, so that's what we are looking for. Let us invest in our local talent to make sure that this continues going and continues supplying us. Therefore, colleagues, I know it has been a day well spent in terms of laying foundations, sharing knowledge, and exploiting or exploring collaborations to shape our future. But the truth is that it's a foundation, and it's critical as it is that it's only the beginning. There is unseen work upon everything of which value is built. Therefore, let's not live here today with a sense of completion, but with a renewed sense of purpose. Let us go forth as united community of ambassadors and collaborators and builders. Let us build a digital Uganda that is not only connected but protected, not only innovative but also inclusive. Thank you for your time. Thank you for taking the day to be here to share your thoughts and help build this community better. I wish you all a safe journey, and it's been an honor to close this event. Thank you very much.